All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Gregory Laporte from GamerFitnation.com, and I'm here with my man Steven Frost, producer on Sonic Boom. So I'm gonna let Steven just kind of walk us through the demo that we're seeing right here at E3 and just kind of explain what's going on.
Sure. I mean, the big thing about Sonic Boom for us this year that separates it from sort of past Sonic games, it's a much bigger initiative this year. It carries, of course, two games, the Wii U and the 3DS. It's also a new toy line, and it also is an all-new CG cartoon that's going to be launching on Cartoon Network. So this is a pretty big deal for us, one of our biggest sort of initiatives for Sonic in a long time. And from the beginning, basically, all the groups sort of work together to try to make sure that our vision and sort of the goals and how these characters are is very unified across all these different mediums. So the way that these characters act and talk to each other is similar to the way that you see in the cartoon. The same voice actors are there, the world is the same, everything like that. And so that's generally a pretty challenging prospect to keep it consistent across that stuff. But we did that because we wanted to make sure that we built a world that could be expanded upon. So, you know, in this game, similar to, like you like Sonic Adventure in a lot of ways, the levels in this game are all connected together by hubs and other things. So it's an existing world, it's cohesive, it sort of makes sense. And when you go to a level, it's not just warping to a level, you actually have to take a road and get to a level. So the big thing with the Wii U game, which we're looking at right now, is a focus on co-op and team-based gameplay. So at all times, as you can see here, there's Sonic and Knuckles. You're always going to have two players on in a level at a time at minimum, because the reason for that is because it's a co-op based experience. So if I'm playing two players, I can use the gamepad, the Nintendo Wii gamepad, and play on the screen here. You can use another controller and play on the TV.
All right, now my question is, since you say it's co-op, is this just two-player co-op? Is it complete four-player co-op? Is it online co-op? How far does co-op extend in this game?
So co-op is local. We wanted to capture that family experience. It's kind of crucial for an exploration game to capture sort of that sense of excitement and exploration that you have in a local condition. We didn't want a situation online where you're trying to tell people to do something and asking, where are you, what are you doing, and stuff like that. We wanted that communication local, and you talking, parents talking to kids or siblings talking to each other. And so it is in story mode, it's two-player co-op. And like I said, we have another mode that's outside of story mode that is up to 4 players. And that's sort of your Mario Party, kind of Smash Brothers kind of mode, where you can do co-op and competitive sort of gameplay based off the skills that you've learned in the game, right? So we got all that. We've got very unique characters with their abilities. So Sonic, of course, being fast, does a lot of fast combo hits, but he's not as powerful. He may take like 5 or 6 hits to take down a basic enemy, whereas Knuckles, being the big guy that he is, only takes maybe 3. So very diverse sort of handling of how the characters are. Knuckles can burrow underground. He can climb on walls and brachiate. Sonic can't do any of that. He can do his homing attack, which allows him to do different things, and other characters can't do that. Tails can glide. He's got a robot that he can pull out and use. Amy is the agile member of the bunch, so she's got a triple jump. The other characters only have double jump. And she can also go on beams, so she can balance on thin beams that the other characters cannot. And the reason that we built these sort of separations to really, let people decide on what sort of game they want to play, what character that they really like. Like Tails, for example, all his attacks are range-based attacks. He doesn't do any close combat. So if you're like a range guy, you're going to want to play as Tails.
All right, now, I know in the game right here we have, typical Sonic, fashion, there's always the Chaos Emeralds. What's going on with the Chaos Emeralds in Sonic Boom this time? Are we going to have special stages for them? Is the story based around the Chaos Emeralds? What's the story this time around in terms of Chaos Emeralds?
Yeah, exactly. So the thing is, Sonic Boom there's no Chaos Emeralds in this game. They don't exist in this game. That's not to say that they don't exist in the Sonic Boom world, because this is a much bigger world than the game, right? It transcends across cartoon, toys, and other mediums. So we're not saying that the Chaos Emeralds don't exist. They just don't appear in this game. So we're focusing on these crystals that the new enemy named Lyric. He's a giant snake with armor. He's been trapped for basically 1,000 years and has been accidentally released by Sonic and friends. And so he's a little bit upset of his imprisonment, and he's out to get these crystals to build his army up. And the reason he wants to build his army up is because he has this hatred for anything living, and he wants to basically destroy everything living. And he feels that robots are the only way, the best way that he can rule. And so he is a pretty menacing character. He's huge. He's like a giant snake. And so he's pretty formidable. We also have Eggman in this, in the Wii U version. And we wanted to have him because, again, he's such a fan favorite. We've redesigned all these characters, including Eggman. And Eggman is sort of learning lessons from Lyric, right? Lyric is this really kind of bad villain, and Eggman's like, wow, you know, like he's doing a good job of taking on Sonic, right? I could probably learn from him. But once I learn from him, I'm gonna like try to backstab him like Eggman does, right? So it's this sort of cool sort of journey of Eggman as he progresses and learns from Lyric, and also what it takes to become a better villain. And then as far as Sonic, it's his journey of becoming a character, changing from a character that's very a solitary guy, a guy that jumps into action so much without thinking about it, and grows into, you know what, it's really important, my friends are important, teamwork is important, and he comes to that realization because during the course of this game, he's putting these guys in danger, like legitimate danger.
So my next question that I had to ask you is, I know Nintendo announced, Amiibo, which is, you can use the NCF on the controller. Is there any plans possibly in the future to use, the Sonic Boom franchise with Amiibo to kind of, have, because you guys do have a toy line, to have Sonic toys that can actually go into the game?
That's a very good question. I would love to do that in the future. Unfortunately, Nintendo's announcement came kind of late in the project for us to do it, but it totally makes sense. We have a new toy line, we got the new games, we got this whole new universe. So yeah, if opportunity presents itself, I'd love to work with Nintendo and be able to, in future, titles, be able to work with them and have toy lines that interact with the game.
All right, Steven. Thanks very much. Sonic Boom, it's looking cool, it's looking great. You guys gotta check it out. Sonic Boom. When's the release date?
So it's out on Nintendo Wii U and Nintendo 3DS in November of this year.
Oh, you guys heard it. This holiday season, kids, you want your Christmas present, get Sonic Boom. I'm Gregory Laporte from GamerFitnation.com here at E3 2014. Peace.